content within this videos is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.
How car engines work. I honestly,
Jake
I don't know shit about cars. Most I can tell you about is Teslas. I fuck with EVs. Specifically, I fuck with Tesla if y'all didn't know that. Fun fact. But I'm not going to hold y'all up. Let's get it.
Creator of animographs. And this is
How
how a
do
car
car
engine
engines
works.
work?
Let's
I
start
know
at
you
a
got
single
the you got the
piston.
manifolds, then you got the spark plugs with the hub, with the fucking coil packs, the headers, the pistons in that motherfucker. That's about all I know.
The powerhouse of the engine, and work our way
That's
outwards.
the vent, whatever you call
The
it.
4-stroke cycle.
4-stroke. That's the cylinders.
When a piston travels to the end of its
Pistons.
range, whether up or down, that's a stroke. Car engines use a 4-stroke cycle,
So the
and
pistons
it goes like this. First, intake. The piston descends, sucking an air-fuel mixture into the cylinder through the intake port, with both intake valves open. Next, compression. With all valves closed, the piston comes back up, compressing the fuel and air mixture for more powerful combustion. Then, the power stroke. An electrical spark ignites the compressed fuel and air mixture, and the resulting combustion forces the piston to the bottom of the cylinder again. A connecting rod transfers this power to the crankshaft. Finally, exhaust. The piston comes back up, pushing the spent mixture out through open exhaust valves and the exhaust port, connecting multiple pistons. For smooth power delivery, pistons take turns firing. The firing order for this engine is 1, 3, 4, 2. Camshafts with specially shaped cams push spring-loaded valves open in turn. Cam gears and a timing belt or chain links everything to the crankshaft, and it all spins
I know
together.
what that is. I had to replace my motherfucking alternator, and I had to take my crankshaft off. That shit is a bitch to take off. The belt, bro, that shit is a bitch to take off.
The crankshaft translates piston power out of the engine. It has counterweights to balance against the pistons for perfectly smooth revolutions. This is what RPM means. We're counting the number of full crankshaft revolutions per minute. The engine block holds the crankshaft and cylinders, and the cylinder head holds valves, ports, cams, etc. A geared flywheel sits at one side of the crankshaft for connection to a transmission. It's also where the starter connects to the system.
So the electricity,
This engine has 4 cylinders arranged in a single row, but there are many other possible configurations, like 6 cylinders with 3 on each side, angled in a V shape, or 8. Despite different design goals, the basic engine parts are all there. Now let's look at other systems that support this combustion process.
4 cylinders look way simpler.
Air
So
intake.
yeah.
Air comes in through the air filter
Air filter, yep.
and then into the intake manifold,
Yep.
where it mixes with fuel before being sucked into individual cylinders through intake ports. Fuel.
Some gas tank,
The
right?
fuel pump carries gas from the tank through a fuel filter to the engine,
That's the,
where fuel injectors
that's the oil
emit
filter?
a
No,
precisely
I'm tripping.
timed spray of gas into the intake port. Cooling. Engines get very hot during operation and require a cooling system.
That should be in a
Cooling
funny-
channels
yeah, that's
around the
true.
cylinders and through the cylinder heads carry a special liquid called antifreeze to keep
Antifreeze.
temperatures within safe operating
Hell
range.
yeah.
It's called antifreeze because it won't freeze in icy weather. After cooling hot engine parts, coolant circulates through the radiator. The radiator has a network of small tubes and fins. Coolant passes through these channels while air, pulled in by the radiator fan, blows by the tubes, cooling the hot liquid for recirculation. A water pump keeps the coolant system flowing and properly pressurized. The thermostat regulates coolant temperature by either routing coolant back through the engine or to the radiator for further cooling.
I think fucking thermostats for cars are expensive. I didn't even know they had thermostats. My cousin, he got a Camaro. He said he had to get a thermostat for his shit. It was like $100 to $200. I was like, damn. He got the V8 one too, so I guess those are more expensive. I don't know, bro. I don't know a lot about cars.
Electrical.
Don't come at me. Now that's the alternator.
The spark plug delivers the electrical spark that ignites the fuel.
So far I changed my spark plugs, my accelerator, I'm tripping. I changed my spark plugs, my cold packs, my alternator, my battery. So I know a little bit about the electricals, just a little
mixture
bit.
For combustion.
Just like the starter.
The metal core is insulated from the outer metal casing with porcelain. The spark jumps between these conductive surfaces. The coil pack delivers electrical current to the spark plugs as directed by the ECM, or Engine Control Module. The ECM is a computer that directs many core engine functions, like spark timing, valve open and close timing, air-to-fuel ratio, etc. The alternator works...
I'm gonna feel like a fucking mechanic after I watch this shit, bro. I might go fuck with my car.
Power generator, converting the engine's mechanical energy into electricity to charge the battery or run other electrical systems while the engine is running.
Wait, what? Did they say that was the alternator? I just zoned out. My bad, bro.
The alternator works like a power generator, converting the engine's mechanical energy into electricity to charge the battery or run other electrical systems while the engine is running.
Hell yeah.
The battery provides power to the starter for engine start. Oil. Motor oil is used to lubricate, clean, prevent corrosion, improve sealing, and cool the engine by carrying heat away.
I had to change my well, y'all don't give a fuck, whatever. Let's just watch the video.
Rings around the top of the piston head keep oil out of the combustion process, while otherwise allowing the cylinder to be lubricated. Oil galleries are channels through the engine block and cylinder head that carry oil to various engine parts. Oil flows through the engine and back to the oil pan for recirculation. Oil rests in the oil pan when not in circulation. The oil pump keeps oil properly pressurized and flowing. And the oil filter keeps oil clean from contaminants. Exhaust. The exhaust manifold collects gases from multiple cylinders into one pipe. Exhaust flows into... The exhaust manifold collects gases from multiple cylinders into one pipe. Exhaust flows through the catalytic converter, which captures toxic chemicals in engine exhaust, and then out through a muffler that reduces exhaust noise. And finally, here's the full functioning engine with all the basic systems we've discussed.
Pretty fucking nifty, if you ask me. How the fuck did we even come up with this shit? This is so interesting, bro. If you asked me to build an engine, I could never do that shit. If you asked me to name all the parts of an engine, I couldn't do that shit. But I can name a few more now that we watched that video. But without further ado, I'll get to the video.